Hey everyone, okay, so I'm coming at you with another video for catered gear considerations and for the environment you're working in. The stuff that I've been rehashing in these videos. Just one of those things. So we're going to talk about foot gear today. Boots, footwear, foot gear, whatever you want to call it. Primary factor: environment you're working in, like I've said before many a times. Some of these items or some of these types of foot gear are not going to be the best for your environment, and some of the stuff for other people's environments is not going to be best for the region that I'm in. I'm in the North Midwest, very near Canada, and we have winter about 8 months out of the year. So a lot of the time we're going to have foot gear that needs to be somewhat waterproof, Gore-Tex, things like that, leather boots, stuff like that, to help mitigate with moisture inundation and things like that. The rest of the time we're good with more ventilating type foot gear. We'll just cover some of those aspects here. So obviously for your tropical and swamp considerations and things like that, you want something that is extremely breathable and is going to vent water very well. Even with some of these desert style boots, and this is my old issued pair of boots, see the vent holes? You want stuff like that, or something very light. These are Merrell brand Moab ventilator shoes. Sometimes you don't need a boot. If you're trudging around in the thick of the swamp or whatever, yeah, you're going to want a high ankle boot. But if you're just out and about otherwise and things like that, and your feet may or may not get wet, whatever, completely ventilating shoes like this, ventilator shoes, are going to be a great way to go, apart from your jungle style boots. I wouldn't necessarily recommend suede for swamp environments, as it will break down fairly quickly, and the water inundation is going to cause you some issues. So you're going to want to go with more leather type jungle boot, or something that is geared and designed for moisture wick, ventilation, things like that. Obviously arid environments, you're going to want to go with something like this. And again, there's different colors for all this stuff. You have your greens, you have your browns, you have your grays, you have your tans, you have your blacks, all that stuff for your considerations. But desert boots, these are two types of desert boots. Again, my old issued boots, surplus boots, work great in arid climates and more moderate climates. Notice that they do darken over time, even with cleaning and things like that, so that's kind of a plus with that. Issued boots, these are the Tactical Research Kyber boot owned by Belleville. Love the tread on these. These are excellent for rocky climates, whether it's arid or kind of more mountainous. I don't know, I can't remember if they make a Gore-Tex version for, say, like in the Colorado Rockies, where there's a lot of snow as well as rock. But they handle the ice up here where I am very well, because we get a lot of ice and snow. Caveat with that, I did have the black variant with side zip fail on me at Winter Warfare course, because I didn't properly wax seal some of the stuff that I normally do, and then do waterproofing and stuff apart from the leather protection and things like that. So again, Gore-Tex may be the way to go with that. These are Merrell Moab Gore-Tex boots. Waterproof. These are probably my favorite boot. Not quite as high of an ankle. Excuse me. Not quite as high of an ankle coverage as I would like, per se, for certain environments. But that's where gaiters come in handy. But I don't really have that much of a problem with them, and they do keep my feet warm and protected. Really like the tread on these too, and this is the same on the ventilator. It's a very much more hiking oriented type shoe, but they're light, they're very comfortable, and they're great as catered to your different environments based on whether you need ventilation, Gore-Tex, whatever. Desert boots, good to go. You notice they both had the side ventilation and things like that. Urban environments, apart from wearing these, I wear these a lot, and these are my old duty boots, actually, from my last contract that I left. And these are 511, I forget which, I think they're the Evo 7s. Side zip, easy to get on, easy to get off. Leather, good protection. They do keep your feet pretty warm in winter just walking around in urban environments and things like that. Would not recommend those specific ones for jungle environment. Again, you're going to want jungle boots if you're not going with a ventilator type piece of foot gear. So something to consider there, okay? And I say again, like everything else with all this equipment, there is a myriad of different options and choices out there. These are just some of them, but these are all the ones that I found that work really, really well, are very comfortable, and they hold up. They don't fall apart. I've had those since 2013. Still going. I've had these for even longer, obviously. I got issued these back in the early 2000s. I don't wear them all that often, and you notice there is some cracking in the rubber of the tread and things like that, but they're very comfortable to wear. I don't wear them very often. I just have them for, I guess, sentimentality's sake. Still wear those all the time. Very comfortable. Still wear these all the time. Very comfortable. These three are going to help you blend in a little bit more if you're operating in an urban environment. But again, myriad of choices, myriad of options. Find what's going to be best catered to you for your environment, like I've said, and what you think is going to be good for the long term in sustainment for yourself. Okay, so do you need ventilation? Do you need moisture wicking? Do you need insulation? What kind of tread do you need for best aiding you in getting through whatever austere environment you're in, or are you operating urban primarily? So different considerations, different uses, many different great choices. These are just some of them, but again, I found that these all work really well for me and my needs. Depends on where I am, either around the world or in the country. So yeah, enjoy, folks. I hope you got something out of this and got some ideas on how best to cater your footwear. And again, realize there is no best piece of foot gear for anyone anywhere. It just solely depends on what you need, what performance you want, comfort level, and the environment that you're working in. There you go, folks. Enjoy. Out.